Hi and welcome back to my sewing vlog, The Seaside Sewist. I'm Natalie and this is a very exciting vlog for me. For the first time I am taking part in this year's vlogger tour for A Gift to November. So A Gift to November is run by the lovely Alison from Sew Like Dotty on Instagram and YouTube, and I met Alison earlier in the year at Newcastle Frock Tales, and she is just as lovely in real life as she is on the internet. So what is A Gift to November? This challenge I think helps us get prepared for the Christmas season, so any gifts that you want to make, and it really just showcases with this vlog tour, it kind of showcases what you can do, what different gifts you can make. I really enjoyed watching the vlogger tour last year because it opened it up for me. Some of the gifts I never even thought of, and a lot of them are used from scraps and fat quarters and really don't take a lot of time and effort at all. So A Gift to November, so it needs to be any gift that includes sewing. So any gift that you can give for Christmas, but it needs to include sewing. You need to tag in your post Sew Like Dotty, and you need to use the hashtag AGTN24. You also need to pop your country of residence in with your post. If you're not on Instagram, you can send any entries through to Alison by email, so I'll pop that into the description box below. Now, there are some absolutely fantastic prizes. There are so many sponsors for this challenge. If you go back to Alison's vlog from the 1st of November, which is the A Gift to November launch, she goes through all the sponsors. What I will tell you is the top prize has been donated by David Drummond, and it is a sewing machine. A sewing machine, imagine that. So what have I prepared for A Gift to November? Now, I am making a lot of Christmas gifts this year. Most of them are garments, but what I wanted to do was to pick a few patterns that were either a free pattern or a self-drafted pattern, and that just helps us to be a bit more frugal at this time of the year. You know, a lot of people don't have a lot of money, and the whole cost of living crisis, and it can sometimes be quite an expensive time on the run up to Christmas, especially if you have a family. So the patterns and products that I've chosen, you know, hopefully you should be able to make from things that you already have in your stash. So the first pattern that I'm going to share with you, I discovered on YouTube through a YouTube channel called Okla Roots. So I'll put all the information in the description box below. She's a lovely American lady, and it is for a cup holder. Now, the other day I got the train and I had to get off and change trains, and I got a hot drink from Cosy. And as we all know, it comes in a cardboard cup. I don't drink coffee. I drink black tea, so I literally had a cup of boiling water, and I didn't realise how quickly the cups get hot. So I ended up having to actually put the cup on the floor while I waited for my train. So I've bought this from you know, this is not advertising. I bought this so that I can show you how it works. So this is only a regular cup. The pattern pieces are, so you just go on YouTube and you download the pattern for free, and it is 2 pieces like this that you cut on the fold, and that's for your outer and your lining, but you can make this reversible. And then there is a piece for some fusible fleece, just to give it that padding. So I went through my little bit of Christmas stash, and I think I got this fabric in a Christmas sort of, not advent calendar, but like a Christmas box from First for Fabrics last year. And I found this lovely fabric with candy canes on, and then the green to go with it. And we'd actually been given green thread as well, so that was good. And then I just got some fusible fleece. You use a piece a bit bigger than that, but it's just to show you the elements. So they were just already in my stash, and I made, it took me, I'd say 10 minutes to make this, and this is what I made. And it is a coffee cup sleeve. So I tried it out today. Now it ended up looking like this, so that's fine. I tend not to drink my hot drink with the lid on because it's far too hot all the time because it's black tea. So it was fine. I think if I'd have got a large it would have fit better, but you know, if you sort of get hold, it will come off. But I was fine. I just held it like this all the while I was drinking it, and it really did work. I think you could probably adjust this, so you could maybe make it not as deep and take a little bit out of the seam allowance, and it'd pinch it in a bit, so you can sort of do what you want with it really. But it is reversible, it's fully reversible. So I put the green on the inside. So what you can probably do, you could make them for people all year round, or you could do a Christmas side and then a non-Christmas side. And it was such an easy make, and I love it. I've put it in my handbag now because I absolutely love it. And I do get drinks on the go. You know, you're out and about and you get a drink, or you're on public transport. So I think I will get a lot of use out of that. So I've got a lot more of those in my plans. So the second pattern is a ball cozy, and again I found the tutorial on YouTube, and it was under Darvanalee designs. Again, I'll put it in the description box below. And I was inspired to make these last year. Someone at my socials was making them, and I got home that night and made some up. So it's really easy. It's self-drafted pattern really. So these are the balls that I have in my dinner set at home, and we tend to use these for cereal or pasta, or you know, something smallish. And all you do, do you know what, I was sewing here yesterday and I had, oh there it is. What you do, you just get whatever ball you want and you measure up and over the ball. So this one I've done in inches for some reason, is 9 inches. You literally add an inch on, so 10 inches, and then you cut a 10-inch square in one fabric, a 10-inch square in another fabric, and then 2 10-inch squares of cotton batting. Now with this one, I've made it in the same fabric as the coffee cup holder. So it's got the candy canes in the middle and it's got the green on the other side, or you can turn it the other way around and have it that way. I'm going to use this to put my ball in when it's got the hot food in. I'll put the food in it when it's cooked, and then I will put it in here. A lot of them say to warm your food up in the bowl with the bowl inside this. If you want to do that, you need 100% cotton fabric, 100% cotton thread, and 100% cotton batting. So if it's synthetic at all, do not put it in the microwave. But I was happy with this because I'm not going to put it in the microwave. So it's dead easy. I think this took me about 20 minutes because you put a cross of stitches and then you sort of put darts on it and then sew it right sides together and turn it out and top stitch round. So your bowl then sits in there like that. So you can sit and have your hot food and your hand is protected, and so you can make them to whatever size your bowls are. You know, somebody might have a proper pasta bowl, which are a lot bigger, or a little deep rice bowl or something like that, and you can just do whatever you want with it. I made one of these for my brother last year, and he's quite into gaming, and it had little like console controllers on, and that was good, and he uses it all the time. But I've got a little Christmas one here that I'm going to use. So that is another pattern, again self-drafted, and I think the pieces of fabric that I got in the First for Fabrics box were a little bit bigger than fat quarters, and I've still got loads left, and I've made the coffee sleeve and one of these. So you can definitely make them out of a fat quarter, or actually get 2 out of 1 fat quarter, if not more. So again, using your scraps. The next gift that I've got to show you, actually, get a Christmas book. So the next gift that I've got to share with you is a book corner. So I have used some William Morris fabric that was left over from when I made a top, and it is self-drafted, but there is a YouTube tutorial by Stacey Lee Creative, but it's literally 3 squares of fabric, 3 inch by 3 inch, and whatever jiggery pokery you do, you can go and watch the tutorial. And then it's a bookmark, so it'll go onto your book like so. So it goes over so many pages on the corner, and then you close your book and it is just in there. So I really like those. I really do like them. And again, you can use them from scraps. So you could buy someone a book for Christmas and pop the book corner on. I have bought books for Christmas. I need to make more of these. So I love that. And then moving on from that, but on the same sort of thing, is a book sleeve. So I was inspired by this. I mean, I've made book sleeves before, but the way that this lady makes these made it so much easier and a lot better quality finish, I think. So I was inspired by Valerie from What Valerie Makes on YouTube, so I'll link her below, and she does a lovely little tutorial. And again, I used a Morris fat quarter for the outer, and I just used another scrap of fabric for the inner. I've got a little bag of elastic hair bobbles that I use for things like this, and then a little button. So your book, the book that we've just been looking at, you kind of need to measure what book you want to fit. So that goes in there with quite a bit of space, and then you just pop that over, and then it really protects your book. If you've got it in a bag or you're travelling with it or something like that, it just protects it all. So that would be lovely. I love to buy a book and then to pop it in a lovely book sleeve and do the matching little book corner. So that is another 2 makes there. And my last make is something a little bit different. Again, I was inspired by a lovely woman at my socials, Sue. She was making one of these for her mum, and she has now made herself a Christmas one, and I thought I need to make this for my mother-in-law. And it is an apron, but it is a Tessuti pattern called the Apron, and this is the one that I've made. So I bought this fabric, and it's sort of like a farmer's market fabric. So I think I needed 1.5 meters, so I did buy this fabric, but I could have used other fabric, but it is one of those that sort of goes over your head at the back this way. So you pop it through your arms, and this goes like round your back, so it's a lot easier to get on rather than tying it round your waist and round your neck. You just sort of slip it on. The only difference that I made was I doubled the width of the pocket, so that's the pocket there, because the pocket is only half. And the way Sue said, she said if you're wiping your hands, you sort of wipe them like on your backside kind of thing, and that catches all that in because it wraps around you. So I think it took me a couple of hours to make that, so a bit more of an involved make, but anyone who loves baking or cooking, you can really make it tailored to them, because you can buy a fabric that they're interested in. And as I say, Sue made a lovely Christmas one, and she sent us a picture of her making a Christmas cake the other day. So there are a few ideas that I had that you might get some enjoyment out of making. There's some of them there are just lovely little stocking fillers. As I say, that coffee sleeve took me 10 minutes, you know, so there's not a lot of time to invest in these makes, but they make some lovely gifts. So I am really enjoying the vlogger tour at the minute. There's so much inspiration and there's some lovely gifts. You know, I kind of need to stop watching it, I think, because there's going to be too many things to make. It's just adding to my list. So let me know what you think of the gifts. Let me know if you think you're going to try any of them. And don't forget to enter the challenge for some fantastic prizes. Thanks so much for watching. Have a brilliant Christmas. Bye.